students, welcome back. So last time we are solving 2023 IGCSE Mathematics past papers. Now we will go forward. So in this video we will solve question number 4. So the question we have, the table shows information about the heights of median 80 children. Okay, so we have total number of children, that is 80, and there are the heights and we have the frequencies. So in the first part, write down the interval and containing the median. So first we see what is the frequency we have, that is 80. So n over 2, that means n over 2 equals to 80 over 2, so we get the answer, that is 40th value, right? So 40th value, that is the answer. So we see the 40th value in that one. So like 1.2 to 1.4 we have two frequency, right? Now we write 1.2, this is the further solution. 1.2 to 1.4 we have frequency, that is 2, right? In the next one we add them together, like 2 plus 13, so in the next one we have 15, right? So in that one we have 15, then 15 plus 24, so we have 39, then 39 plus 32 we have 71, right? So what is the, like we have the value, that is 40th value. So in 39 is less than 40, right? So 40th value is located between 39 and 71. Okay, so that means this is the answer. So we write 1.65 to 1.8, so this is the answer. Okay, I hope this one is clear. Now in the second one, calculate the estimate of mean height. Okay, so when we calculate the estimate, so we add them together, that means 1.2 plus 1.4, and then we divide it from 2. So 1.2 and 1.4, that 2.6 dividing by 2, so that means 2.6 dividing by 2, that means 1.3. Now in the second one, 1.4 plus 1.5 dividing by 2. Okay, so that means 2.9, and 2.9 dividing by 2, that means 1.45, the half. Then the third one, 1.5 plus 1.5 plus 1.65 dividing by 2, so that equals to 1.575. Now we have the next one. Okay, 1.65. okay, I just 1.4, 1.5, then 1.5 and 1.65. Then we have 1.65 plus 1.8 dividing by 2, so we get 1.725. Okay, now the last one, 1.8 plus 1.9, 1.8, 1.9 dividing by 2, so we get that means 3 point something, and wait, I will divide it, so we get 1.85. okay, now we just multiply 2. Okay, we just multiply frequencies from these value, like 2 times 1.3. okay, so it becomes 2.6. then 13 times, right, 13 times 1.45. okay, first I write all the values, then we will multiply it. 24 times 1.575, and then we have 32 times 1.725, then the last one we have 9 times 1.85. okay, so I will calculate the first one. 13 times 1.45, that becomes 18.85. now 24 times 1.575, so it's equals to 37.8. 32 times 1.725 equals to 55.2, and 9 times 1.85 equals to 16.65. okay, now we sum the result, that means we add them together. So 2.6, I read here 2.6 add with 18.85, then it's add with 37.8, add with 55.2, add 16.65. We add up all of them, so at the end we get the value 131.1. okay, and what is the frequency? Frequency, like what is the total children? 80. So we just divide this number from 80 to get the final answer. Okay, when we divide it from 80, so we get the final answer, that is 1.63 something, that means 1.64. okay, so this is the answer of this question. I hope this one is clear. Now we move to the part B1. So in this one of these children is chosen at random. Calculate the probability that they have a highest of 1.4 meter, height of 1.4 meter or less. Okay, so if you see 1.2 to 1.4, we have a frequency of 2, right? So we just since it is a random, so we get like frequency over total. So frequencies of the first one, we just pick the random one. Okay, so 2 over 80, and that means 1 over 40, so it's equals to 0.025. so 0.025 is the answer of this one. Now we have the second one. So in that one, 2 of these children are chosen at random. Calculate the probability that both children are taller than 1.5 meter, but only one of them is taller than 1.8 meter. Okay, so we just see the condition. If you see this condition 1.65 to 1.8, so this condition meets between them, right? 1.65 we have 24 frequency, and in this one we have 32 frequency. So we add them together, we add the frequencies, so 24 plus 32, so we get 56, right? Now if you see 1.8 to 1.9, so we have the frequency that is 9, so this is other possibility. So that means first children is group A, so we have 56 over the total one, that is 80, times the second possibility 9 over 79, okay, 79. So we cross multiply it, 56 times 9, that is equals to 504. Okay, and 80 times 79, that is equals to 6320. Right, now we have the second one, that means second possibility is like 9 over 80 and 56 over 79. This is the other possibility. So 9 times 56, we get 504, and 80 times 79, we get 6320. So you see that both are same, so we just add them together. Okay, when we add them together, so it's equals to 1008 and 6320, add with 6320, so we get 12,000 something. Wait, I will see. Yeah, oh, we take the LCM, so 6320 is same. Now we cancel out that one, so that's equals to 63 over 395. Okay, that means 63 over 395, when we divide this one, so we get 0.159. okay, so this is the answer of this question. Now we move to the part C. So in that one, complete the cumulative frequency table for the heights. Okay, h is less than equals to 1.4, so we have the frequency 2. Now in the previous one we also complete this one, so 2 plus the next one, right? So we have the 13 and we have the 24, right? If you see this one, I am talking about this one, okay? So we just add the values together, like 2 plus 13, so the next one we get 15, okay? And what is the next value? We get 15 plus next number, so we get 39, right? So I write 39 here, then 39 plus next number, so we get 71, and at the last when we add them together, so we get 80. This one and the total one should be the same, okay? Now on the grid, draw the commutative frequency diagram. So we draw the diagram here when we have the starting point, okay? We use the upper bound to draw this. First we see when we have 1.2, so we have 0, right? So 1.2 we have 0, then 1.4, so we have 2, okay? So I mark this one as 2, this point. Then 1.5 we have, what is the value on 1.5? We have 15th, so 15 means the middle of this one, that means this, okay? Then the next one we have 1.65, we have 39, so 1.65 we have 39, that means this one, okay? 1.65, not 1.6, so I just remove this here and write here, okay? Then we have 1.8, so we have 71, now 71 is here, 1.8, okay? And the last one 1.9, we have 80, so 1.9 we have 80. So you see that we have a rising line, right? When you draw from the measurement, so it's more correct. So you see that the rising line we have 1.9 on 80. So this is the answer of this question. Now use your diagram to find the estimate of the interquartile range. That means interquartile range means Q1, right? So we have the position. If you see the position, so we have 1/4 position here, right? So 1/4 and multiply the total one, that is 80, so we get the 20th value, okay? So we just see the 20th value here. So what is the 20th value? So 20th value means between them, right? Between them. So if you see the 20th value, so you get the answer. Maybe this one I just write randomly, so this is 1.53 something, so the interquartile range is 1.53 meter, okay? 1.53 meter. Now we see the upper quartile, that means Q3, right? So Q3 we find this is the lower quartile, the Q1, and the upper quartile is Q3, so that means the 3/4 times 80, right? So that equals to 60th value. So what is the 60th value here? We again see 60th value between them, right? So 60th value means this one something, okay? So 60th value we have 1.75, 1.75, okay? This is the 60th value. Now we find the interquartile range, that means IQR. So IQR, that is equals to Q3 minus Q1. So Q3 we have 1.75 and Q1 we have 1.53. We subtract them together, so we get 0.22 meter as the answer, okay? I just write 0.22 here. 0.22 meter. Okay, now we have the last part of this question, the 60th percentile. Okay, so 60th means 60 over 100 times the total one. So we calculate this one, we get the 48th value. Right, now we see the what is the 40th value here. So this is the 50, and if we see the 40th value, so that means it becomes here something between them here on this position. So the 40th value is approximately equal to 1.70. Okay, so 1.70 is the 40th value. When you draw the diagram, when you draw the graph from the measurements, so you will see more accurately what's the answer. So this question is finished here. I hope this one is clear for you. Here's some different concept as compared to the previous one. So if you have any question regarding this, so you will ask me in the chat, and next time we will meet, so we will solve question number 5. Okay, goodbye.